Hey guys, it's Toot on Maxwell here, and welcome to a little bit of a different TW video. This one was requested a little bit back. I'm a bit further in the save, as you can see, being in November than the videos are, but it doesn't really spoil anything, as the video is just really going to be running down the champions and other companies, just really to see how the likes of TNA, New Japan, and the like are going on as the save goes on. So something just a little bit different. As I say, a lot of stuff has been out of sync recently. I did make up the mistake with forgetting to upload Night of Champions, so that came out last Wednesday. And as I say, I had to basically upload No Mercy as well because I thought that was uploaded, but it wasn't, and had to backdate every other video by a week. I couldn't listen at the time; it was a hectic week at work, which basically meant I just wasn't switched on at all. So a lot of times when I'm doing the early shifts, I'm hammering the monster. Try to do stuff into the night, and it's maybe just all taking its toll. But everything's back into sync, as I say. The main thing is the save's going well, it's enjoyable, and yeah, just a little fun video here to document our champions around the globe. So obviously we're WWE, national company, biggest company, despite the two international ones there. I say we get plenty of money in the bank. We'll start with our development company, Lucha Underground. And if we look at them, they have the Lucha Underground Championship, which is held by Sick. In fact, is it even Sick Mike Mondo? Well, whatever it is, it's Mike Mondo anyway, he's the champion. As you can imagine, because they are developmental, they have had a few champions over the course of time, because obviously we've sent people down. Since the save began, back in March 2016, so it gives you an idea how long I've been doing the save for. They've had Mil Muertes lose it to Phoenix. We then had Joey Ryan, Johnny Mundo went vacated, Jack Evans, Mr. Anderson, a year-long reign nearly for Colt Cabana, who was really just running riot, then Eddie Orengo and Kenneth Cameron, before the current champion at this moment in time is Mike Mondo at 78 prestige. Gift of the Gods is with Kenneth Cameron right now. The champions they've had is a plenty for this one. We scroll back round, it started with Phoenix back in the day, King Cuerno, Yanamoto, I believe, is that? I don't know if it'll double up me click on him, but I believe that is Yoshitatsu. And if it's Son of Havoc, Scott Reed, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, then it was vacated, Mike Mondo, Jose Machida, Kenneth Cameron, Shockwave the Robot, Dragon Azteca Jr., Mika Lida, and now Kenneth Cameron. And the Trios Championship, quite a few champions with that as well. Started off with, of course, Ivelisse, Angelico, and Son of Havoc. That was vacated. Then it was Superfly, Jack Evans, and Son of Havoc. Then Ishii, Brian Cage, and Anderson before another vacated championship there. A good run, I must say, by Son of Havoc, Superfly, and Jack Evans, holding the championships for nearly 2 years, although they didn't really defend that a lot. Elias Sampson, B-Boy, and Tyson Ducks. Dynasty, Ty Dillinger, and Murder Clown. So as I say, because it's been developmental, a lot of random teams. Leo Rush, Cookie Iwasaka, and Son of Havoc. Kenneth Cameron, AR Fox, and Psycho Clown. Just sounds like a bizarre trio. And your current champions, Leo Rush, Kenta, Mike Mondo, with Leo Rush likely to come up soon. Kenta basically is working as a trainer down there, but he obviously appears on television. Declining physical ability was the reason why he's no longer on the main roster. So strange things at Lucha Underground, but the popularity of the company is high. It's a good development company we've got. As you can see there, Shibata, Sheamus, Charlie Haas. We've got Magnus down there. Jack Gallagher's gaining skills there. And just a lot of good experienced guys there helping develop some younger talents like Rachel Ellering, Lewis Girvin, just to name a few. And a certain Kari Hojo. So New Japan. How have things changed in Japan? Well, obviously they're very over, as I say, states-wise. Japan, of course, Canada, and in Mexico. They're champions. Obviously they've got a lot of championships, so we'll quickly run through them as quick as we can. They've had 4 Battle of the Super Juniors since we started. Taguchi's won it 3 times, with Bushi winning it in 2018. The G1 Climax, we had 4 of them as well. Okada winning the first, followed by Masato Yoshino. Shinsuke Nakamura winning it in 2018 upon his return, and Heat winning it in 2019. The IWGP Intercontinental Championship, we'll run through that, there's been a lot of them. So Kenny Omega started as champion, then it lost it to Ishii, then Yujiro Takahashi, then Heat, then Mark Briscoe, then Yoshibyo Kanemura, I'm going to pronounce so much of these wrong, Toru Yano, Ricky Reyes, Arhenis, then it was vacated, then Colt Cabana, vacated again, and then Jushin Thunder Liger before losing it to Rene Dupree. The Junior Heavyweight Championship, not so many of them. As I say, a lot of champions have had good runs with the championships and made a lot of title defences. So the Junior Heavyweight Championship went from Kushida to Jado to Nakuri Doi to Superfly, was vacated before Taguchi, and then Sensei lost it to Jay Lethal back in, well, basically last week actually, November, yeah, so last week. Junior Heavyweight Tag Championships, again, because a lot of wrestlers are moving about, a lot of championships just seem to be getting vacated. So here it started off with, of course, Ricochet and Matt Sydal vacating it before it went to Mark Briscoe and Juice Robinson. This then went to Chameleon and Mascara Davina before they vacated it, and then Davina won it with Puma King. Ricky Reyes and El Desperado won it in the February of 2019. They then vacated it again, then was Mark Briscoe and Lindsay Dorado. We may have purchased Lindsay Dorado back, which meant it was vacated again and went to Shockwave the Robot and Phoenix. We'll leave the World Heavyweight title till the end. The World Tag Teams have obviously not had as many movements, but still a few vacations on it there, or vacatings even. If that's even a word? I don't think it is. I think I'm just talking crap. But anyway, started with Togi Makabe and Tamaka Honma, vacated before Kanemaru and Jimmy Yang won it, vacated. Then Leono and Kikota, before that was vacated. Izuka and Yano won it in 2017. And then a near 2-year run for Tiger Mask, 4th, and Jushin Thunder Liger. In February they lost the championships to Yuji Hino and Bushi. So Bushi back in New Japan and winning the World Tag Team Championships. The Never Openweight, there's going to be a lot of champions with this one. So quickly fire through them. Shibata losing it to Haito Junior Fujita, then to Jay Briscoe, Juice Robinson, then Jerome Daniels, then Nike Tanizaki, then El Desperado, Yoshihashi, Shockwave the Robot, were vacated before El Desperado, Mascara Davina, Kazushige Miyamoto, and then Mark Briscoe. Oh, I'll be so happy when we get to Ring of Honor and it's just stop being Japanese guys that are winning all these belts. So I'm not going to be butchering too much, but well, I'd title this somehow gotten 100 prestige. Probably because Okada's one of the champions, and they've had a lot of different champions here, so let's run through them. Starting off with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, vacated before it was Sakuraba, Nakanishi and Romero, vacated before Karistico, Kobayashi and Yano, vacated again for Yashi, Yamamoto and Takahashi. I do feel a lot of these guys that are vacating it are probably being pinched by ourselves, so we are probably causing this to New Japan. Vacated again for Kobayashi. Idol Stevens, the one man of Aaron. Is it Aaron Stevens as well he is? Damien Sandow, and then Rene Dupree. And they lost it to Nagata, Naito and Kojima, who vacated it. Then it was Nishimura, Joe Doring and Toriyano, vacated again. Yoshihashi, Ricky Marvin and Jay Briscoe, winning it before where we were. There we go. They vacated it. But Jesus Christ! Then it was Takahashi with Goto and Hino. They vacated it before it went to Mashimo, Scandio, and Tanizaki. And then thankfully they lost it in May, and it's been Doi, Yano, and Okada since. Oh, pronunciations. New Japan Cup, there's been 3 of them, Ibushi winning it twice, Heat winning it last year. The Super Junior Tag Tournament hasn't been done, and the World Tag League has been won by Tiger Mask IV and Jushin Thunder Liger, before then being retained, and won and then retained by Nakuri Doi and Masato Yoshina. The Heavyweight Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, Okada had 20 title defences, eventually losing the title in March 2017. Tanahashi then had 20 title defences before losing in July 2018. Nakuri Doi won it before vacating it in December. That was won by El Zorro. And Joe Doring, he vacated it in September. And your champion since last week has been Nakuri Doi for the second time with an A-star 100 prestige for New Japan. On to NXT, and if you thought that company in New Japan had a lot of vacated titles, wait till you see this. Anytime someone's called up to the main roster, there's of course going to be a new champion. So the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, obviously Balor and Joe winning the initial one. Then we had Michael Hutter and Drew Galloway. Then we had Brian Kendrick and Mike Bennett. Then the team of Big Show and Jesse White, Big Show down as a trainer. And then Cody Hall and Tommy Macklin winning it in 2019. So they are reigning Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic champions. The NXT Women's Championship has went through quite a few champions. So Asuka was called up pretty instantly, so she vacated it for Blue Pants to win it. And then she vacated it for Christina Von Eri. Then Seville, we'll just say Xana. Then she lost it to Nia Jax in the summer of 2017. Nia had a good run before Taylor Hendricks took the belt from her. And then Courtney Stewart. Then Lana winning it last year. Then Taylor Hendricks again, vacated by Taylor being called up to the main roster. Nikki Storm was the champion, and of course, we might be seeing Nikki Storm in a certain Mae Young Classic. One of the tag team titles, not too many champions here, but it was vacated for a period of time. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan were the defending champions before called up to the main roster. Phoenix and Silver Ant won it in 2017. They had the belts for a full year before vacating it, and then it was Cody Hall and Tommy Macklin. So no real champions winning it off someone else every time they have been vacated. Just one of the things when you are a developmental company. Main roster, same kind of thing as well. Finn Balor starts as champion, obviously came up to the main roster. He vacated it for Samoa Joe, who came to the main roster before Ricochet took it, and he went to the main roster, vacating it for Devon Dudley, who then lost it last year to the Big Show, and he's been champion ever since. Good to know that NXT is in safe hands with these up-and-comers, Devon and Big Show. So I think more likely we'll probably just do the top, I would say, a couple of companies in the world. So I think we'll probably just do our NXT Women's. We'll do Dragon Gate because of how big they've been. We'll do TNA as well. So NXT Women's was basically an NXT I wanted to create for just the female athletes, just to let them fight each other, get a big TV show, and really bring through as many female talents as possible. So obviously we had no champion initially, but the first champion after the title was vacated was Ashley Lane. She lost it to Taryn Terrell in 2016 before winning it back. Mia Yim then became champion, then Nicole Matthews. So quite a few women who did make the step to the main roster, but maybe haven't done much. But Mia has. Nicole Matthews is slowly getting there. Ruby Sky won it. Then it was Lisa Marie Varon before Hikaru Shida won it. Then Lisa Marie won it again. Aika Ando won it. Velvet Sky then won it. It was vacated. Tessa Blanchard had a good little run. Kellyanne English, who you may see in upcoming months, has a good run there. Caitlyn had a run with the championship as well. Now it's back with the trainer down in NXT, Lisa Marie Varon. So a couple of good wrestlers there who have gone on to do things in the main roster. Not quite your 4 horsewomen, but still a decent list nonetheless. So we'll go with Dragon Gate first. Let's see what they've done. So they've got the King of the Gate Championship. That went from Jimmy Keynes, then Sema, then Shinko Tagaki and BXB Hulk. A lot of these guys, I say, initially won't be big names, but as I say, have obviously developed as the company's developed, so have won pretty well. The Open the Brave Gate Championship has went through basically Yusuke Santa Maria, Cyber Kong, Shinjiro Aira, then it was vacated. Try to see if there's any big names there. None actually, I'm just going to leave that then. There's none big names here. This is one that is a bigger name. The Open the Dream Gate Championship went from Shingo Tagachi, Masato Yoshino, BXB Hulk, Taiji Ishimori, and then CM Punk. So Punk's there. As I say, every one of those guys has been in the WWE in this save apart from BXB Hulk. So Dragon Gate, as I say, are doing well. As you can see here, this championship now repping with Bobby Lashley. Names they've had Havoc, Jimmy Havoc at one point, Okabana, Matt Sydal, Masato Yoshino. So a lot of big champions there, but as I say, they are getting bigger American names over for their championships. As you can see here, Chris Sabin has been over doing the Open the Triangle. They've now got Jack Swagger as one of their champions. He was a champion back in July as well. Again, a few vacations there, or vacated there, because of obviously stealing people. Tag champions, Jack Swagger was there as well, Orlando Colon, so Epico having a good run there in Dragon Gate in the Summer Tag League. As I say, a couple of guys there that we have pinched and took to the WWE. So a lot of guys have kind of came to WWE, and that's resulted in a lot of titles being vacated. In terms of what else we've got around the world, Ring of Honor, ICW, probably the Ring of Honor as well. And then a lot of creative companies. As I say, the rest, we have eaten them up. We have an extensive list of title belts, which I can't show you because obviously it may spoil, as I say, our current champions going forward. But TNA, we'll look at TNA then in Ring of Honor. So we'll start the World Heavyweight Championship. Drew Galloway was champion at the start. He then dropped it to Jeff Hardy, who dropped it to MVP in February 2017. He was champion for over a year. So the championship went to Manic. And then Manic lost it to MVP, who had a year-long reign nearly, which has just been ended by Frankie Kazarian. The Knockouts champion, good few more champions with that. As I say, a few of them would have been stolen and came to WWE. So Jade was champion at the start, it was vacated. And then going to Cherry Ball, or Ali. That was then vacated to Rosemary. Miss Natural, who they've had for quite a while, as the champion just now, was also champion back in February 2017 before losing it to ODB. Miss Natural winning it again in December, and ODB winning it. Eve Torres, ODB again for her 7th title reign. Miss Natural, now a 3-time Knockouts champion. The tag team belts, part of the save that started at the team of Abyss and Crazy Steve, so Decay. That was then dropped to the Wolves pretty quickly. We had a good little run before dropping it to the Bromen. Then the team of Tyrus and DJ Zion, who then vacated it, and it was Robbie E and Jesse winning the championship again. Tyrus, in Strange Tag Partners when he wins it with Jason Paul. Before we stole JTG to form Crime Time again. That then led to the title being vacated again, and then going to Paul London and Matt Sydal, before we decided to bring Paul London in to form London and Kendrick, meaning that it was vacated again. And Caleb Conley and Michael Elgin are your new tag team champions in TNA. And last but not least in TNA, the X Division Championship. So Trevor Lee was initial champion, losing it to Spud, who had a good run, and then losing it again to Trevor Lee, who had the championship for a year. PJ Black had a stint, then Kenny King for a year before we pinched him, resulting in a vacated title. Matt Sydal then became the champ, and he has went elsewhere. We haven't signed him, so I don't actually know where Matt Sydal's went. And as I say, that then went to Jervis Cottonbelly, who we just wasn't happy, wasn't really being used after a former run with the ECW title, and he's now in TNA, doing well for himself. And last but not least, as I say, we'll jump into the second page, which is of course Ring of Honor. Doesn't quite have the caliber of athlete it had previously. They started off Jay Lethal as champion, who lost it in December of 2016, vacated it for Jay Briscoe, who vacated it for Homicide, who vacated it for Colt Cabana. So again, guys we're stealing, just seems to be hampering all these companies. Tag team championships, that started with War Machine before going to the Briscoe brothers. They vacated it to the really strange team of Carlito and Lucky Cannon, if you remember him. And the current champions right now are BJ Whitmer and Matt Taven. Decent prestige there at 65 over. And last but not least, your World Television Championship. They've quite a few champions there, a few guys that have vacated the title, maybe not even being pinched by ourselves, but also, of course, New Japan. Ishii was the initial champion before losing it to Matt Jackson, who then vacated it to Michael Elgin, and then vacated again to go to Will Ferreira. Ted DiBiase had a run in 2017, probably after being released by ourselves, and it was Silas Young for a good run of no weeks. He vacated it the same week. Phil Shatner took over, 6-month champion, then Tim Donst vacated again, Amasius, who had it to November 2018, and Matt Taven, who's been the champion for over a year. So a lot of companies are giving long title runs, roughly about a year. I think the longest we've had has probably been Roman Reigns, was champion for 11 months, I think. It was just shy of a year before he lost the championship, I think, to Braun Strowman. But yeah, that's just a little roundup of the main titles and who's the champions just now. As I say, most people that are a name are either with ourselves, New Japan, TNA. I've got a couple of guys that are kind of old timers. Yeah, things are good, and that's pretty much it, guys. I say, if there is any kind of other videos you want to see, maybe even you want to just look at current rosters in certain companies, let me know. We can try to get them done over the course of time, because obviously we're 3.5 years since the save started in game, which is a year and 3 months real time by the time this video is recorded. So we did start this when the game came out straight away in 2016. So a lot of things will have changed. The landscape of wrestling has obviously been flipped upside down. And yeah, if you want to see anything, just let us know. Videos for that. But as always, guys, any likes, comments, subscriptions, they're all deeply appreciated. If you're surprised by any champion, if you feel like there's someone that's been a champion somewhere we should take a punt on, let me know if you look into them. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you next time for some more TW. See you later.